Happy Monday to you, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Had a great weekend. There's a lot of different opinions on open houses about whether or not people like them or not. The basic standpoint is most either hate them or love them. It depends on what you do with them. So, the two reasons why you should do an open house that most agents don't consider are number one, it gives feedback. Valuable feedback that you can take back to the seller. So if you're the agent, you're putting on the open house, the feedback that you get from that open house is actual feedback from the market, people actually in the market. And that's important. It's nice to get agent feedback and things like that, but the agent's not putting their money on the line. The people who are potentially putting their money on the line or who are putting their money on the line are the people who come to the open houses. And in order to get their feedback, one of the open houses is the best way to do it because you eliminate some of those restrictions and people don't want to go with an agent just yet. So you get people to walk through. That's a valuable thing. If people will start talking about, hey, this is overpriced, or I don't like this area, or gee, I wish this had a pool, or something like that, you need to be able to take that information back to your seller. That's very, very important. The second reason that most agents don't consider is the fact that it does, I kind of touched on this earlier, but it does give people that may not be in the market yet a window into the market to see what's going on in it. What I mean by that is, I bought my house, not one of the houses that I went through in an open house before I was an agent, because we went to open houses. We came through an area out here in Loudoun County that we didn't know particularly well, but we came out here to have fun. We came out here to visit the wineries and go to the mountains and things like that. We just made it a point to stop by open houses on our way to and from. And then we started to realize, going, wow, can we move out here and still work there, still work in the DC, Arlington area? And well, the answer was yes, we could. Not only could we do that, but we could get more house for the money and more land and just a really nice situation all the way around. The bottom line is we would not have done that had it not been for the open houses, because we were nowhere near the point where we wanted to talk to an agent and have somebody show us around on the weekend and go through that whole process of having sales. And we didn't want to do that. And we're not alone in doing that. There are a lot of people out there who come to open houses because they're curious and maybe they're in that point of thinking about buying or selling, buying a new house and selling their own, or buying for the first time. And they're just thinking about it. They're trying to educate themselves on what actually is in the market out there. So it's really, really important to know those two facts. Now, yes, it is a place where you can potentially get quote unquote leads to work with, but you need to make sure that when you do the open house that you have, as if you could picture a one-way glass inside of that house where, hey, bro, if you had one-way glass inside of that house and you're sitting in that seller's open house and everything that you say, your sellers can hear and see you do. So be very careful what you say and how you act about recruiting buyers as leads, because what you're trying to do while you're there is sell that house. You're representing the seller while you are there. That doesn't mean you can't do other things with the people who come through at a later date. But remember, while you're there, first and foremost, it's not a place just to cultivate leads. If you're doing it from that standpoint, then you're wrong, because you're there to represent the seller. The seller has let you come into their house to put on an open house. So you need to make sure that that's what you're doing with it. But the two reasons to make sure that most agents don't consider for doing real estate open houses is the one, you get feedback from people actually in the market, and two, you open up the market to people who otherwise wouldn't be in it, and possibly move them from just considering it and curious about it onto potentially participating in the market by selling or buying something. So just a couple thoughts I wanted to put together. Going to put a lot more of this stuff. I have a couple YouTube videos out about this, about real estate open houses. You can check us out, firehillgroup.com, or over on YouTube. We have a bunch of videos on this and other subjects. Going to be working on some more specific to open houses this week, and really be hitting that subject quite a bit because it's something that keeps coming up and keeps coming up and keeps coming up. So thanks to everybody for watching. Love the hearts. That was a big appreciation. So if you see us here, follow us. We'll do a little bit more of this. And again, thanks to everybody for watching, and y'all have a great Monday.